So, and now I'm gonna explain you how to play Tank Sen. So here you see that's like how much damage I take. And the second shot would definitely kill me because regeneration takes way too long. So now I'm gonna show you what happens if we play Tank Sen at the end. For powers, I say always go in a piece first. That is, I think, just so good. Just more healing for yourself. Then the second one, I would always take instant karma. Just gives you more damage restored. If you get attacked by someone who's discorded, so if they have someone who's like really pushing you, this helps against Genji, tank, or whatever. Then the second and third and fourth, I think, always are Enlightenment or Discord Inferno, depending if you, for your third perk, think your tank gets destroyed. Just take Enlightenment so that you can heal him more by just damaging. And if you're thinking your team is doing completely fine and you're just stomping the enemy, you can go direct Discord Inferno. It's just the highest damage increase if you can hit the headshots or even just doink the tank and make him explode. So it's just a big damage source if you because we don't need more powers for the same defensive purposes. So we could just take some power that gives us huge damage increase, and I think this one is the biggest one. If we start out first round for survival, you just take additional armor and then just weapon and lifesteal. In the first round, we can't do much. After the first round is over, the first one that you always want to get from the blues is this one that turns your health into armor. And if you look at the enemies, you can already see if the enemies do ability damage or weapon damage sometimes. And if you know that already, you can decide if you can get a second blue. You take the one that does reduced weapon damage for 10%, because now we have armor. Or you take the one that gives you reduced ability damage if you have shields, because you have both. Both are an option. And if you, most of the time, weapon damage in the early game is way more devastating, so I would take default weapon damage. But if you really think they go ability damage from the get-go, like a soldier, then you could do that too, or a Reinhardt that's just throwing fire strikes, D.Va firing missiles, all that shit. Afterwards, you want to fill with greens, because if you could buy additional blues at that point, like you're completely stomping the enemy for now. More armor. While on objective, restore life is good. And just what floats your boat at this point, like 11k at the first round is good enough. You could also do just weapon perks, because I like those. But these two blues in combination, like this blue, and then in combination with ability damage or weapon damage, is your like biggest defensive layer at the beginning. If we can get one purple or three blues, I would take more blues. So maybe just take both, so that you defend it against both. Like these also, if you see, they give you 25 armor and 24 shields on top, so you even get tankier just because your stats increase. And the last blue that is interesting is this one, because every time you do your charge shot, you restore life, and most of the time you anyway want to do charge shots with Zen, so just charging heals you, so to say, and I think it's pretty cool. And more defense. We like defense because regenerating health is really good. Then, if we go into the purple section, the first one that you want to get is Martian Mender and Divine Intervention. Those two are crazy. I love them. You always want to keep your armor perk. That one, nothing gives you armor. So, from the purple ones, that's valuable. So, always take the blue one. It's just one of the strongest things for defense on Zen. So, Martian Mender and Divine Intervention. And if you can get even more, this would be now round 3, round 4. This one is pretty good. 10% damage reduction, also an option. But I would take this one. Prevent 15% of incoming damage, so just damage negation of 15%, but you take that damage afterwards in the 3 seconds, so it's dot damage that you take, these 15% that you're negating. This helps a lot against high impact builds because we have life regeneration, we have shield regeneration if more than 100 damage, and at stadium at round 3 or 4 it is more than 100 damage if you get hit by like an ability. And if you have this perk on top of it, it's also life regeneration. So this damage that you take over 3 seconds, it gets completely nullified by your regeneration. And don't forget, with instant karma, we restore also 30% of that damage if you get hit by the person that has the Discord on. Then this, like I say, at this point is optional. These two are like the first two to get. This one is the third one I would get. This is the fourth one. And now you have the option for your last ability, power or whatever. You can take this if they have like a lot of fast shooting enemies like Orisa, Diva, Soldier. They hit you a lot of times in the fast frequencies. Then you get the damage reduction pretty high. But if it's like something like an Ashe or I don't know if Reaper counts with the pallets, but Freya, you don't get much value out of that. So this one is also pretty good because allies affected by Harmony Orb take 10% reduced ability damage. You, since round 1, have a permanent Harmony Orb on you. So just by taking this perk, you get the ability damage reduction. And what you can also do, if you just think, okay, we're stomping, we're strong, I don't need more defense, no one can kill me, then you go over here, and I would always take this one. Gives you attack speed, and the projectile speed increase by 100% is crazy. Like, it's like you have Zenyatta hit scan. It's really strong, and you can just spam your Harmony up on some random target, and you have the buff permanently up. Yeah, and that's how I would play tanks then. Have fun! Oh yeah, I forgot. And now, look at this. This is with the damage perk, by the way.
I am under attack.
I hardly take any damage. Now I take Discord Orb on him.
Unacceptable.
And I'm completely full before he even hits me. And then remember, under 30% we also have more damage reduction. And this is this an additional attack ability here. And we could put even more defense on it. So, pretty tanky.